After over 35,000 miles with my car, I'm gonna list every issue I've had with it. Now I want to start this video by saying I am not really a complainer, and in fact in my 25,000 mile review video most of you guys complained for me and said, you have these issues, why don't you get it fixed? I got them fixed, but I didn't complain. So after 35,000 miles I've had quite a bit of issues. Some of them are fixed, some of them are annoying, but either way I'm listing them all here, and there's exactly 15 issues that I'm going to talk about today. One of the only reasons why I'm making this video, other than just to show you these issues, is that other people, other YouTubers have made awesome videos about the same topic, and why I'm making this is to show consistencies in all these issues. So if you are considering this car or have this car or whatever, and you see that there are multiple videos of the same issue, yeah, that's why I wanted to make it. Okay, moving on. Now before I start, I also want to say that if I knew all these issues were in this car right now before I purchased it, I would still purchase it. I love this car so much. I don't even care about these issues. I'm just naming them out for you guys. Some of them are really annoying, some of them aren't so annoying, but here's the issues. Number one, this one is definitely on my annoying list, and the AC smells like shit. Somewhere condensation builds up and it smells terrible and it gets moldy or something like that, and you need to replace an air filter, and Tesla does not cover this mistake. And when it becomes hot out like it is now, it starts to get real bad. And I have to run the AC on full blast for like 5 minutes or so to fix this issue. And it's something I really don't want to deal with. I really hate it, and I can't get my car serviced right now because there's a virus and it's really pissing me off. Number two is one that I got fixed, and it was a pretty easy fix, but it was just annoying that I had to even do this. A lot of other owners have this too. It's moisture in the tail lights. It's always that one right by the charge port, the very end on the left side. I don't know what it is. I don't know why this issue wasn't figured out. Even Model Ys are having this issue right now. Super easy to fix, but you have to deal with someone coming out and you have to go through all these steps just to get this fixed. Pretty annoying, not too big of a deal. Number three, this one was annoying, mostly because I drive a lot, and the lower back, this thing, the lower back adjuster that moves in and out broke, and it broke all the way in, which is pretty uncomfortable, and I had to deal with this for a very long time because service had to order the parts. When I got the taillight fixed, they assessed the situation, they had to order parts. It took a long time, it was annoying. It's all fixed now. Four, this is the passenger restraint system failure. I don't know what this is. The service guy told me it's some short cable is causing a software issue in the passenger side. So sometimes when someone sits in there, it'll say that error up and it'll be in the way of the car on autopilot, and you can't see the autopilot car. It's annoying. So what you have to do is you have to park the car wherever you may lie, and you have to open the passenger door, take off the seatbelt, close it, and it goes away after you go back and drive. Apparently it's not a bad issue. It doesn't mean anything. A passenger restraint failure does not actually mean a passenger restraint failure, apparently, so I haven't gotten it fixed. And it rarely shows up, but it's there. Five, this issue has been fixed with the new Autopilot update that gave me cones where I could see all that kind of stuff. And what happened before this though was when I was in the lane on Autopilot, it would sway back and forth. It was like it's like I was playing pong with the lane lines, and it'd just keep going back and forth. And it was a real hazard because when a turn came around, it would go way over, like let's say the turn goes like this. It was going way over and it'd ride really far on that lane, even on the lane line, and it would really be a hazard, and it was really annoying having to concentrate on autopilot doing it correctly on top of myself having to drive. It's annoying. It got fixed though. It works perfectly fine. I complained a lot on Twitter though, and no one got back to me. Sorry for the crows. Six, this one was really bad and I really hated it. The 19-inch Continental stock tires, when you buy the car, they're really bad. And they lasted, I think, 6,000 miles for me. Now, I was going crazy on those tires, but still, I've gone crazy on these tires, and they've lasted me like 20,000 miles. So those tires are really bad. The performance is terrible. If you ever need to take a sudden turn or something like that, those Continentals, I would not rely on them. They don't grip well at all. No real complaining until you push them, but I'm just throwing this one out there. For the record, I will never get those tires again. This one's a big one for me. You guys see me blinking a lot like this in my videos, and that's because my eyes are sensitive to light. Me being sensitive to light, and the sun shines right in, like if you're driving midday, just pretend these are my sunglasses. The sun shines right in and goes right through my glasses and annoys the heck out of me. I have a hat in the back for that reason, but it's just something to look out for and be aware. It drives me crazy having the sun like sizzling my eyes when I drive midday or something like that. Crazy, annoying, not too big of a deal though. 8, if you have dark tint on your car, like, I mean, anything past 40% even, with the white interior, the white dashboard will reflect perfectly onto the mirror right on each window, and you can't see out of the mirror sometimes. Now, I have darker tint for sure. The darker you go, the more this is going to be prominent. And with my dark tint, it's really bright white on there during the daytime when I drive. A lot of the times I'll have to roll down my window, look out my mirror, then roll it back up, okay? This leads me to the next issue. The next issue is while I have to roll my window back up, this driver window, only this driver window, has terrible issues rolling up. And I'm going to show this to you right now, but it rolls up, it stops. It rolls up, it stops. This is caused by 2 things, the Tesla guy said when he serviced my taillight. He said this could be just a little motor issue that's tricking it, and it's not that big of a deal. Or it could be half of the car has a system failure and half of the brain needs to be replaced or something like that. And he said, you have to go into the service center to do this. I don't want to deal with it. I'd rather deal with that. But it always happens when I'm the most pissed off for some reason. It drives me crazy. Number 10, the paint had some issues. Now, I got this paint, the black paint, to wrap over the car, which I never really did till now. But it had some issues. It had some fish eyes, it had some orange peel, a little bit of panels looking a little weird and different. Overall, it's dark, so you can't really notice it. White has fish eyes that are little black dots, and that drives people crazy. But expect some paint issues in 2018. 2020, apparently it's all fixed, so don't worry about it. This is 11. 11, one of the biggest things on why I got the white interior as a filthy, dirty person like me is because I was sold on it that they are basically indestructible and Tesla will replace them if they get stained. My seats are stained. And it's 36,000 miles, me being dirty, me wearing like blue pants, shorts, whatever, dirty stuff all the time, sitting on the ground and going in my car. Yes, it's messed up. The seats are stained, and the only way to get it off is by using an abrasive magic eraser, which works, but it also makes future issues. Will I replace my seats? No. Is it a big deal? Not really. Do people really even notice it after I clean the seats? Not really, but there's stains there, and it's not what I was sold on. Number 13, this issue has been fixed. It's nice now. So along with the new Sentry Mode update where you can see the Dashcam live or Sentry Mode live on screen, it fixed an issue with the Dashcam being terrible. When you'd hit that save button, if you needed it, it saved the wrong video or it corrupted or it didn't show the first 5 minutes or something like that. It was a disaster, but that's been fixed. No complaints now. 14, this one's kind of annoying because I have a lot of people in the back of my car and we love rolling the windows down. And you can only roll those windows down halfway. Now I have dark tint and I also do photography out the back window. I'm sticking my body out the back window. I would really love it if the back window can roll down for at least the sake of viewing and I can see stuff. Also, when I shoot out the back window, the window totally messes up my body because I have to hang out with my camera and shoot, and it scratches me up and it's really annoying. And I barely fit out that back window because it's halfway rolled up. 15, after being on a long drive, the seat compared to the steering wheel location setup is a little weird, and it gets a little weird. My steering wheel is already all the way out, maximum that it can go. So when I sit back comfortably, it needs to go a little further back or something. And then also when you're on autopilot, you need to keep your foot like hovering over the gas pedal or the brake. And it gets really sore and annoying after like 4 hours of doing that. So luckily there's a fix around this. It's just a little annoying having to change out of a comfortable and safe seat setting, but I have a different setting for long road trips where it leans the seat back and like pushes the steering wheel up, and it just makes it a little easier on my knees and like holding it like this. Not too big of a deal. Once again, because of Autopilot, you have the ability to change the seat up if you want to, but it's still something that burns my knees and annoys me. And number 15, I know I butchered these numbers, whatever. There's 15 of them. 15 is software glitches. Now, anytime you get a software update on anything, you risk messing it up with the update, and glitches happen. One big glitch that came to mind for me was my charge port fully stuck, and it was fully disabled and broken. I got all these warnings. In fact, this was my first video I've ever made, and it was how to fix this. But what happened was my car was stuck for hours and the charge port was stuck in it. So I had to sit there with all these issues and my car was not able to charge, which was really annoying. And at the time I had to go to work and I couldn't go to work because my car was stuck in the charge port. But that's fixed now. I fixed it myself, but that was actually an issue with a cold weather software update that caused it. So just expect some glitches in the future if anything happens, the more these updates start to come. But that's just one I wanted to note there. Well, partners, those are my 15 issues. I've had over 36,000 miles. I'll let you guys judge if they're a big deal or not. Personally, most of these aren't a big deal to me, and I love the car. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Peace.